Welcome students in this lecture. From the previous lecture we are concerned with goods and services tax, and we discussed certain definitions coming under GST. In the present lecture I would like to discuss various definitions. Firstly, we are discussing definition of India for the purpose of GST. India means the territory of India as referred in the Article 1 of the Constitution. In our country, Constitution is the supreme. On the basis of Constitution, there are certain principles designed for the interest of common man. Its territorial waters, seabed and subsoil underlying such waters, container, self, exclusive economic zone or any other maritime zone. The airspace above its territory and territorial waters. Territorial waters, airspace above India, airspace above territorial waters are part of India. Consequently, GST is applicable even if supply is made in a ship, territorial water of India, or in an aircraft flying from Chennai to Kolkata. For the purpose of GST, this is the definition of India. The territory of India as referred in Article 1 of the Constitution. भारतीय घटनेच्या कलम 1 नुसार इंडियाचा सर्व भूभाग म्हणजे इंडिया, सर्व टेरिटोरी प्रदेश, सर्व प्रदेश म्हणजे इंडिया, इंडियाच्या अखत्यारीतील सर्व प्रदेश म्हणजेच इंडिया. यामध्ये भूभागात म्हणजे प्रदेशातील म्हणजे इंडियाच्या इंडियाच्या अखत्यारीतील सर्व वॉटर्स, सीबेड, सबसॉइल यांचा समावेश होईल. इंडियाच्या अबाउट एअर स्पेस सुद्धा यामध्ये समाविष्ट होत. दिस इज द डेफिनेशन ऑफ इंडिया. Person. As per the Income Tax Act, there are 7 categories of person, but under GST it is more than 7. As per the GST Act, person means or person includes an individual, a Hindu undivided family, a company, a firm or limited liability partnership, an association of persons or body of individuals, whether incorporated or not, in India or outside India. Any corporation established by or under any central act, state act or provincial act or a government company. Here person means an individual, Hindu undivided family, a company, a firm, association of persons. These things are also coming under the definition of person as per the Income Tax Act. But as per the GST, there are various categories of persons. These categories are more than 7. Here we focused 6 here. Next, any body corporate incorporated by under the laws of a country outside India. Here we are discussing the definition of person as per GST. It includes an individual, a individual divided family, a company, a firm or limited liability partnership firm, government company, any corporate body incorporated outside India, a cooperative society registered under any law relating to cooperative societies, a local authorities, central government, state government, trust, and every artificial judicial person not following within any of the above. Hence, we found that near about 12 categories of persons of as per GST, namely an individual, a Hindu undivided family, a firm, a, bo- a body of individuals or association of persons, any company formed under central or state or provincial act, any corporate body established outside incorporated outside India, cooperative society, local authorities, central government, state government, trust, and every artificial judicial person not following within the above categories. This is the definition of person. Now we are going to discuss taxable person, to whom to be said as taxable person as per GST. Taxable person means a person who is registered or liable to be registered under section 22 or 24. Every supplier whose aggregate turnover in a financial year exceeds rupees 20 lakh. This rule is changed regarding some special category states, that is rupees 10 lakh. In special category states, these states are Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland and Tripura. Is required to register under GST in the state or union territory from where he supplies goods or services or both. In case of a person who is engaged in exclusive supply of goods, the amount the above limit of rupees 20 lakh has been increased to 40 lakhs with effect from 1st April 2019 if a few conditions are satisfied. वस्तू व सेवा कर कायद्यानुसार टॅक्सेबल पर्सन कोणाला म्हणणार? टॅक्सेबल पर्सन्स म्हणजे रजिस्टर्ड पर्सन्स, जो सप्लायर आहे, ज्याचा ॲग्रिगेट टर्नओव्हर वर्षाला 20 लाखापेक्षा जादा आहे असं भारतातील कोणताही सप्लायर. मात्र मणिपूर, मिझोरम, नागालँड आणि त्रिपुरा या 4 राज्यामध्ये जर येथील सप्लाय असेल तर त्या टर्नओव्हर 10 लाखाच्या पेक्षा जादा असेल तर त्याला टॅक्सेबल पर्सन असं म्हणणार. पण एखादी व्यक्ती फक्त आणि फक्त गुड्सच सप्लाय करत असेल, मालाचाच पुरवठा करत असेल तर हे 20 लाखाचं लिमिट 40 लाखाला गेलेलं आहे. टॅक्सेबल टेरिटोरी. Taxable territory means the territory to which the provision of CGST or IGST apply to whole India. Here the definition of taxable territory covers provisions of Central Goods and Services Tax and Integrated Goods and Services Tax that are applied to whole of India. Supplier. To whom to be said as supplier as per the GST Act. Supplier in relation to any goods or services or both shall mean the person supplying the said goods or services or both, and shall include an agent acting as such on behalf of such supplier in relation to the goods or services or both supplied. Here supplier means the supplier of goods, services or both. Likewise, supplier may be a registered person or unregistered person. An agent who supplies goods or services on behalf of the supplier is included in the definition of supplier. So I can analyze the definition of supplier. Suppliers means supply of goods and or services or both. Supplier may be registered person, may not be registered person. Hence, supplier may be registered person or unregistered person. An agent of suppliers of goods and services which is working on behalf of supplier is also included in the definition of supplier. Exempt supply. Exempt supply means supply of any goods or services or both which attracts nil rate of tax. We know that in India there are 5 slabs of GST. First slab is 0%, that is nil. Second slab is 5%. Third slab is 10%. Fourth slab is 18%. And last, and that is final 5 slab is 28%. It means that a rate of GST varies from 0% to 28% in India. Exempt supply means supply of any goods or services or both which attracts nil rate of tax or which may wholly exempt from tax under section 11 or under section 6 of the integrated goods and services tax and includes non-taxable supply. Exempt of supply means that supply have no rate of tax and that supply or goods is wholly exempted from tax. Recipient. Recipient is defined as follows. For that purpose, I have prepared three columns here. First column is consideration, second column is goods or services, and third one is who is recipient. Where consideration payable is payable, supply of goods or services or both. The person liable to pay consideration is recipient or goods of goods or services. Where consideration is payable on supply of goods or services or both, the person liable to pay consideration is recipient. Recipient means recipient means a person who is liable for pay consideration. Where no consideration is payable, in case where no consideration is payable, supply of goods, here we are focusing supply of goods, where supply of goods and no consideration is payable, the person to whom the goods are delivered or made available, or to whom possession or use of the goods is given or made available is recipient. Is recipient. Recipient means a person to whom goods are delivered or goods are made available, or to whom possession or use of the goods is given. In the case where no consideration is payable and there is a supply of goods, the person to whom goods are delivered or made available, or to whom possession or use of the goods is given, that is called as recipient. Recipient. Where no consideration is payable, in relation to supply of services, the person to whom the service is rendered is recipient. So here are three important aspects as a relation to recipient. Recipient means a person to whom consideration is payable, from whom the consideration is payable. Recipient is a person from whom consideration is payable, to whom goods or services are both supplied, and who is liable to pay consideration is called as recipient. In case of supply of goods where no consideration is payable, for that purpose the person to whom the goods made available or delivered, or to whom possession or use of the goods is given, that is termed as recipient. In case of supply of services and where no consideration is payable, under that circumstances the person to whom the service is rendered termed as recipient. Note: any reference to a person to whom a supply is made shall be construed as a reference to the recipient of supply and shall include an agent acting as such on behalf of the recipient in relation to the goods or services or both supplied. Now we are going to discuss e-commerce and e-commerce operator. After the after the various activities as related to business, and after the development in the field of electronics, a emerging sector that is called as e-commerce sector is going to grow. So we are focusing here what is meant by e-commerce and e-commerce operator for the purpose of GST. Because of COVID pandemic situation, trade or activities are closed or locked by the government in order to meet with that difficult situation occurred due to COVID. So in the COVID period, most of trade happened through e-commerce. E-commerce, that is electronic commerce, means the supply of goods or services or both, including digital products or digital or electronic network. Because of digital technology, electronic network, life is becoming easier. We can purchase products through e-commerce. There is no need to visit shop. We can give order of goods that required to us by electronic mode, and that goods can be sent to our home. So electronic commerce means the supply of goods or services or both, including digital products or digital or electronic network. Electronic commerce operator means any person who owns, operates or manages digital or electronic facility or platform for electronic commerce. Here we discussed two definitions. One is e-commerce and another is e-commerce operator. E-commerce means the supply of goods or services or both, including digital products or digital or electronic network. Electronic commerce operator means any person owns, operates or manages digital or electronic facility or platform for electronic commerce. Another definition, that is export of goods. It means taking goods out of India to a place outside India. This is the definition of export of goods. Export of goods means taking goods out of India to a place outside India. That is called as export of goods. Export of services. Export of services means the supply of any service when. Firstly, we seen that export of goods. Now we are looking export of services. Export of services means the supply of any service when the supplier of service is located in India. The recipient of service is located outside India. The place of service is outside India. These are the three important things regarding export of service. First, the apply of service is in case of export of services, the supplier of service is located in India. That is one thing. The recipient of service is located outside India. That is second thing. The place of supply or service is outside India. That is third thing. Fourth, the payment for such service has been received by the supplier of service in convertible foreign exchange or in Indian rupees wherever permitted by Reserve Bank of India. That is fourth thing. 5. The supplier of service and recipient of service are, are not merely establishment of a distinct person. The supplier of service or recipient of service are not merely establishment of a distinct person. This is export of services. Now, import of goods. Import of goods with its grammatical variations and cognate expression means bringing goods into India from a place outside India. That is very simple. Import of goods means bringing goods in India from a place outside India. Import of services, that is 19 number 19 definition, that is import of services. Import of services means the supply of any service where it is completely opposite of export of services. Import of services means the supply of any service. The supplier of service is located outside India. The recipient of service is located in India. The place of supply of service is in India. So here three things are very important. In case of import of services, the supplier of service is located outside India. The recipient of service is located in India. The place of supply of service is in India. On the other hand, in case of export of services, the supplier of service is located in India. The recipient of service is located outside India, and the place of supply of service is outside India. There are two things we have discussed. One is export of service and another is import of service. These two things are completely cross. So lastly, I am also again focusing import of services. Import of services means the supply of any service where the supplier of Supplier of service is located outside India. The recipient of service is located in India. The place of supply of service is in India. So friends, in this way I am concluding my speech here. Thank you.